How y'all doing? Hey. So, what we're gonna be discussing today, y'all, is rushing and how not to rush it. So, the situation is, you should be putting pressure on yourself to produce. You should be putting pressure on yourself to produce. You should be applying a multitude of pressure on yourself to produce and to get on track, get into the mode of getting things done. I'm kind of rambling right now. Excuse me. But what I'm trying to say is, don't overdo it. Don't overpressure yourself. Do what you got to do, because you're stepping into a new realm of life. You got this new bright idea, and you feel like it's gonna work, right? You got this new bright idea. You feel like it's gonna work. And I'm sure it is. But what it is that you're still stepping into a new area of life, whereas you aren't used to having to produce on this level. You understand me? King's business, Queen's business. You're not used to having to produce on this level and still take care of the responsibilities that you have in your personal life as well. Alright, so when you have a lot of responsibility and then you tack on to it trying to start a business, becoming an entrepreneur, that's a lot. It takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your mind. It takes a toll on your thinking. It takes a toll on your energy. And so you have to be aware of this. And see, when we get these ideas, like when we find out, when we step into who we're to become, and we like, yeah, all right, it's time. Like, I'm about to get it in. Like, I'm about to do everything that I need. Like, I'm about to work harder than I ever worked in my life, because now it's for yourself. So you can put all the energy you need. You can put all the energy you need into it, because you're the one who's going to reap the rewards this time. But what it becomes is, see, what it also depends on is the amount of support that you have. See, when individuals have a lot of support, they're able to do a little bit more. Right? And the reason is because their stress level isn't so high. It's not as high as it would be as if they were doing it by themselves. Because you have stress relievers. If you are in a relationship, then you have a woman or a man that's right by your side, and when you had a rough day, you can get a shoulder massage, or somebody to tell you it's going to be all right. You got somebody to talk to and talk things out. When you don't have these type of stress relievers, it's a lot more difficult to complete the many tasks that you have to complete in a day. So you have to take time, because you have to be your own stress reliever. You got to make sure you got to pick yourself up. There's nobody to pick you up. You going to have to pick yourself up. You going to have to put yourself in a happy mood. When you get in a bad mood, you going to have to put yourself back in a happy mood. It's nobody to call on to help you do that. You don't have anybody to depend on to get you back on track. So what you got to do is make sure that the things that you're doing have a healthy balance. You understand me? King's business, Queen's business. Everything you're doing has to have a healthy balance, because you gotta not be able to fall down too far so that you don't have to reach down too far to pick yourself back up. You hear me? So you have to have a healthy balance. But what happens is, once you get this idea and you get this vision of who you're about to become, you get high off yourself and your potential. And then now you just run around. Everything is about your business. Everything is about growing your mind. Everything is about stepping up your energy level. So you producing a lot of energy. And when you produce much energy, you have to be able to have a rest time and give yourself time to recharge your battery. Like, we're literally batteries, and you have to take time to recharge yourself so that you can keep going. Like I say, see what happens is, like I say, you get like a high off yourself, and then you going and you going and you going, and when that crash come, the crash might be a little bit longer than you expected it. Right? Because now you realize that, like, I'm a little tired, I'm a little worn out, I've been going super hard, I ain't took no time, I ain't got no sleep. You understand me? And so when you getting a lack of rest and a lack of charging of yourself, then there's gonna come a time when you realize that, all right, I'm a little tired now. Like, now I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I need a rest. And so when you get that first rest, it's like you get used to being in a position that you were in previous to when you started your own business. You understand me? So now the rest time becomes comfortable. See what I'm saying? And so you end up taking more time off to rest and recharge your battery than you initially wanted to do or wanted to. And so then you're taking away from your production, because now you're at a space where you're comfortable where you are. And again, that could take away from your production, right? Because now you're setting yourself back. See what I'm saying? So what you want to do is you want to give yourself a healthy balance. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't rush yourself. A lot of individuals are going to put pressure on you, as they should. But you know yourself, so what you have to do is make sure that you're giving yourself the healthy balance that I keep talking about. Don't rush it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to produce. Give yourself time and space to recharge. Make sure that you don't allow others to put pressure on you to do something that you are aware of that you don't really need to do any more of. Like, when you start your own business, everything is on you. Your time is on you, what you want to do, when you want to do it. So when you start your own business, whether you starting to make money or not, it's the beginning stages, then you've already started. What you need to do is make sure that you still managing yourself in a business way. Like, make sure that you aren't overdoing it because others around you, like, you want to overdo it because, you know, you want to make it look like you're doing something, or like you're busy, or like you're important. And so you outwork yourself, and you have to, it's not a race, it's a marathon. You understand me? So what you have to do is just pace yourself. Pace yourself. Don't rush out, because you want to make sure that everything you're doing is of quality. You want to make sure that you're producing quality content, quality material, quality, any business that you're starting, any business, painting business. My favorite examples is barber shops and beauty salons. So Yeah, you want to make sure that the work that you are putting out is quality and it's not a rush job. Because this is your brand. This is your name on it. This ain't nobody else's name on it. You are stamping this. You hear me? King's business, Queen's business. So you got to make sure that everything that you do is of quality. No one is rushing you but yourself. You have other people around you that are they're trying to make sure you stay on the right path, and that's great. But you want to make sure that you're not rushing yourself and you're putting out shoddy work. You understand me? Like, you want to make sure that everything you're doing is well thought out and calculated, right? Because it's your brand. It's got your name on it. It's your representation. It's your legacy that's on the line. So just make sure that everything you do is of quality. Don't rush yourself. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. You're already on track once you start the business. Don't sit around and make sure you're a great manager of time. Don't let this message you get. You got to receive what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't put your all into it. Don't work extra hard. What I'm saying is have a healthy balance on what you're doing when it comes to your business. Because there's no rush. What's the rush? There's no rush. What's the rush? You want to make sure that you're comfortable. You know what you're doing. You're doing all your research on, you know what I mean? Like, just because you're not physically having your hands on your business doesn't mean you're not taking care of business. There's other aspects of your business that you can be dealing with other than hands-on stuff. There's a lot of reading, research that you could be doing, things that you can be watching to educate yourself. So, like I say, everything is just a healthy balance, y'all. It's just a healthy balance. All right? Don't rush it. All right? Let's go together. I'll get up with y'all later.